let me just say, this background behind me annoys me too. Welcome back, you guys. Today's video, we are going to tackle a request from a good friend of mine. She wanted to see a very soft, natural, fresh look makeup and one that's glam, but I'm gonna step it up and make it a lot easier for you guys. I'm gonna use the same palette. So half of my face is going to be fresh feel and half of my face is going to be very glam. I am also going to do a little thing, because if you were a budget savvy person like me, you like to try to find the best deals and dupes for makeup. So I am going to post beside each product that I use the price of each one, and if you can find a cheaper dupe that works just as well, or even the high-end dupe if you are one of these people that likes to mix and match with different things. So let's get started. So one of my first ways I start with priming all my makeup looks is I wash and moisturize my face. So I went ahead and did that for you guys. But I am also going to go in with a primer for my face and chapstick for my lips. And today I'm just using the Vaseline lip balm. And for face primer, I'm going to be using Revlon's Hydrating Illuminating Primer Rose Glow. And like I said, for each side of my face, I'm going to use the same products. So for both of my more like soft looks and my glam looks, I of course do eyebrows. So I do my routine a little bit differently than what a lot of people do. Each person's different. I put my eyebrows on before my foundation so my primer can set in, and then also I can clean up any lines with the foundation after I've applied my eyebrows. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows and then we'll be right back. Eyebrows on. So for foundation today, I am one of these people that is a full coverage girl. So even if I'm doing like a fresh look or a very heavy look, I like full coverage because I do break out a lot. I don't have the greatest skin, and I like whatever's going to camouflage my breakouts or any of my skin markings that I can. Favorite go-tos here lately have been Morphe and Juvia's Place. These are already pretty budget friendly if you consider what other things that are out there for a really good coverage foundation. So I highly recommend these, like splurging maybe the extra $4 or $5 to get these versus like something like L'Oreal True Match if you were a full coverage fan, because these guys are really good heavy coverage. Let's finish our foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes. So for both looks today, we are going to be using the Jeffree Star Morphe palette. And I picked this palette because I feel like it has a great range of colors. You have your very bold and then your very neutrals, and it has something in there for all eye colors. Now, the colors that I'm picking today is going to go based off of my eye color. Reds and purples and all that family tends to make blue eyes pop. I will go ahead and post like a color chart here of what colors fit well with your eye color. And first we are going to start with the more fresh side. So when I think of fresh, I don't think of like heavy glam makeup or anything like that. I just think of it being more like soft and something that you can wear like out to the pub or anything like that with your friends, a day at the brewery, a day at the dog park, like just whatever you decide to do. But you want to look presentable still and really cutesy. And I'm going to go in with a shade mixed with my and back on the Jeffree Star palette. So it's these two guys right here. And I am going to blend those together. And you'll see that with this look, it's not going to be a lot of colors. It's just going to be more of a soft glam. And I am going to put that right here in the crease and kind of blend the brush in a circular motion. So I'll let you see what it looks like. All right, now going in with a clean fluffy brush, I am just going to clean out any lines that may be around the edges and around the top. Just kind of like smooth it over, because a fresh look is more of a soft look. So you don't want to be too bold. Like if the pink looks a little too bold, the more you blend, the softer it'll get. So I'm going to go in with a brush like this, and I'm going to post a link below of all the brushes that I am using. I found these suckers on Amazon and they work really good. So like I said, I'm one of these people that if I find a dupe that works just as good as a high-end, I'm going to get it. And with the colors Channel and Mr. Diva, these two right here, and I'm going to put that more on the outside of my eye. And then once I lay that down on the crease, I softly bring it down to the bottom to kind of like give this a little something. I don't know terminology, so you can kind of see what's going on. And then I'm going to take a dome brush like this guy, and this one I am going to go in with that Mr. Diva color, the lightest two of the brown shades, and I'm gonna kind of blend that in a little better. I'm using Revolution Conceal and Define, and I'm going to put that on a brush that looks sort of like this guy. So it's a smaller foundation brush. I know it's dirty, do not judge me. I have to wipe it off. And I am going to go in and cut that right there in that crease a little bit into that smoke I just made. I am going to go in with this shade Linen right here, and I'm going to lay that all over my lid. Next, I am going to line my eyes. Now what you choose to do is up to you. You can do a wing to keep it more like very glamour. You can do just straight up eyeliner. I'm going to give it a wing today just so it gives it a little bit of more like sass. I feel like if your eyes are very muted, sometimes a wing looks really good with muted eyes because it just kind of like brings it all together. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes first and then apply the eyeliner. And this is going to be my cheap dupe because I don't feel like anything gets cheaper than e.l.f. This is my favorite go-to Holy Grail eyeliner because it comes with a brush that is more of like a paint brush. I love that style, so whenever I am putting on my eyeliner, it looks very pointy and I feel like I control it. And then next, I am going to go ahead and put on a coat of mascara. So with this look, I am going to put on eyelashes. I'm just one of these girls that I love eyelashes, no matter how bold or soft the look is, but I will choose a softer lash. And these guys look like this. Okay, and once the lashes are on, I just go back through with mascara on the top and the bottom to blend them in a little bit better and merge them together and make it look a little bit more dramatic because these are the lashes right now. As you can see, they are very soft, but I'm a person that likes very dramatic. But if you don't like very dramatic, you can stop at this point. My favorite go-to for kind of like a glam look is always like a really pretty solid cut crease. So today I am going to use the same palette, but my first shade I'm going to start with that same brush that we started the first look with, and I'm going to go in with 1985, which is this color right here, and then I am going to use it as my transition color, and it's going to go all in this area. So like the first time, I am making windshield wiper motions, and then I kind of circulate it a little bit. I am going to go in with the color What's the Tea and Mr. Diva, which are these two colors right here. And I am going to use an angled fluffy brush like this guy. And that is going to go right on top of the brow bone. So if you roll like your pencil and you feel where your brow bone stops, that's where this color is going to go. Pencil, I meant brush. That color is going to go right there where you feel right as it's rolling under. That lighter shade, and we're just going to kind of blend it all together so the transition looks a little cleaner. I'm going to take that dome brush, this guy, and I am going to go in with the color Boss Babe and a little bit of High Dude. Where that crease ends, right here underneath it, like where you feel your eyes starting to sink in, that's where this color is going to go. So you are going to literally take that guy, press it into where it sinks, and outline that. Now I'm putting this only in the outer corner first, smoking it out, and then I am going to drag it in. So I'm going to take a fluffy dome brush like this guy, and I am going to help blur the line and smoke it out a bit. That same small foundation brush that we used earlier, and I put right in the center the color and then blend it in. So I'm gonna show you guys what that kind of looks like. So I go right here and then right there, and I connect the dots. Just imagine you're making like a half circle shape. So you'll go in and go. Next, for my eyelid, I am going to take the colors Welcome and Designer Label, which are these two very nude and muted shimmery colors. For glam looks, I like to use shimmer on the lids just because I feel like when I think glam, I think of like shimmery. So I'm going to go in with a flat brush like this and pack that color down. Really pushing it into that concealer we just laid down to make it pop. These lashes, I am going to use a more of a very, very, very glam look. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those on off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so lashes are on, so I am going to go ahead and leave this alone, let it set and let it get ready and dry a little bit. And we are gonna go ahead and go in with the concealer. The glam is gonna be a little bit more on the contour side. So today I am using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and then I will go ahead and, like I said, put a good dupe right beside it. So with the Glamour, I am going to go under the eye, and then a little bit on the forehead, and a little bit down here. So the difference between that one and my natural side is I just do it really underneath the eye, under the natural side, to kind of make my eyes look very bright. So I'm going to go ahead and when I do my eyes, I try to start underneath and then work my way up, and then I flip sides to this more edge side when I get closer to the eyes to kind of clean up everything. Next, I am going to go in with Revolution's Set and Bake Powder and Translucent, and I am going to set everything down before we bake. And I'm using just a fluffy brush like this. Isn't $50, but does the job pretty well. This one's pretty solid. I'm going to bake my under eyes, just so that doesn't shift. But what I do on this side is a lot different than I do on this side. And I'm going to go back in with that damp beauty sponge, and I am going to press in the baking powder, which I'm using the same baking powder to bake with that I use to set with. Different on the glam side than I would on my natural side is I am going to bake right underneath here. And the reason I do this is right above it is going to go your contour. I'm going to go in and contour with is Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And I want you to pay attention to how the difference between the two contours is on each side. So I am taking an angled fluffy brush like this, and I am going to start the contour way out here. So feel where your jawbone stops, and that's where you're going to start your contour. So mine, when I roll it, it stops right here in between like this ear area and right underneath my cheekbone. So I am going to start it right there, and I am going to start going in circle motions as soon as I put it down and flick it out. So concentrating on the heavier area right on the inside, and then flicking it a little bit down as you're circulating. I'm not going to so much go so heavy on here, but I will put a little bit of something with a fluffy brush like this, just to kind of brighten my face up. I'm gonna finish contouring this side, and I do the same for each that I would with this. So place it up here, start, and then feather it down. So next I am going to go in and dust off everything that we used to bake, and then kind of softening up that line of that contour. Next, I am going to go in and highlight. So there are several options when it comes to highlighting. I find that shimmery eyeshadows works really well sometimes. I find just like a straight up highlighter works sometimes too. And for today's look, I am going to be using Morphe Highlighting Illuminator, and I'm going to use that on both sides. But what I like to do with my highlighters, I learned you put it on first before your blush. So you're gonna go right underneath your eyes, so right where you feel your cheekbone kind of like bulging out a little bit, and you're gonna highlight. Next, we are going to apply blush, and the best way to do this is use a fluffy brush, but with a softer side, you want it to be a little bit more rosy, and this side you want it to be more like there, but not so like rosy, and then go in on this side. In with that dome fluffy brush, and I am going to smoke out the bottom lid. There you have it, boys and girls. So as you can see with the glam side, I kind of like to make the lipstick a little bit more pink than my natural lip, and then keep on the like softer side, like a very more natural nude lip, but also something on there to kind of give it like a little pop. So like, hey guys, we're here, we're not invisible. But what you could also do is to jazz up your lip if you want to make it look super pouty. You could go in with this with a shimmer, and then right here in the middle and shimmer it up too, and that'll add like a little bit of. So both are very easy, both are very affordable to do. I'm going to put the total of all the products used right here so you can kind of see. And hopefully you like something like this. Hopefully I did not disappoint my friend that asked for a video like this. I hope this helped you out. This is my first time kind of doing a walkthrough makeup tutorial, I believe. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And always don't forget to subscribe, because we put out videos every week. Unless I'm sick, then you're just going to get a video for when after I'm sick. Like I said, I'm really working on trying to get those 2 videos out a week, but life happens and you may just get 1. So don't 100% hold me accountable to 2, but do hold me accountable to 1. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.